All right, today we are taking a deep dive into the end of the astrological wheel. We're going to explore Pisces, and you'll see how it's so much more than just another zodiac sign. It's really the end of a profound journey, the soul's final transition before everything starts all over again. So let's get into it. Okay, first things first, let's reframe how we think about this. The zodiac isn't just a list of 12 personality types, not at all. It's a story, a whole cycle of the human experience, kicking off with the raw energy of Aries and ending in this vast cosmic ocean that is Pisces. Every single sign builds on the one before it, marking a really crucial stage in our collective evolution. Now, to really get this journey, we have to look back at a very old idea, this deep, fundamental connection between the stars and our own bodies. And this isn't just some poetic metaphor. For centuries, this was considered straight-up science. This concept has a name, Homo signorum, or the zodiac man. The big idea here is that our bodies are a perfect little mirror of the cosmos, a microcosm, right? Every single part of us, from the top of our head down to the tips of our toes, was thought to be ruled by a specific astrological sign. So, if the zodiac is this journey through our body and our soul, what happens when we reach the very, very end? Well, that's exactly where we find Pisces, the 12th and final act in this celestial story. And that number 12 is so important here. It's all about completion. It's the end of a cycle, that moment of dissolving right before a new beginning kicks off. You know, Pisces holds all the wisdom, all the wins, and all the heartaches of the 11 signs that came before it. It is the grand finale of the entire experience. You can see this perfectly in the zodiac man. Aries, the first sign, rules the head. That's where life's big impulse begins. And then you get all the way down to Pisces, the final sign, and what does it govern? The feet. I mean, the symbolism there is just beautiful, right? Our feet are what carry us through our entire life's journey, walking the path of every single experience. It's such a poetic ending to the whole cycle. So what is this final realm actually like? Well, the whole essence of Pisces can be understood by looking at its fundamental qualities, its element, its mode, and of course, its powerful symbol. Pisces is a water sign, which connects it to emotions, to intuition, and to that collective unconscious. Its quality is mutable, or what some older texts call a common sign. That just means it's super flexible, adaptable, and totally comfortable with change and transition. And its symbol, the two fishes swimming in opposite directions, really speaks to its double-bodied nature, this incredible duality that's always navigating between the real world and the spiritual one. Now, every sign has its planetary guides that shape how it expresses itself. And for Pisces, these guides are all about pulling it away from the mundane, everyday stuff and pointing it towards something transcendent. We're talking about themes of imagination, universal love, and deep spiritual belief. So, who is actually guiding this vast inner ocean? The rulership of Pisces is this fascinating mix of planetary energies, and each one adds its own unique layer to what the sign is all about. So in modern astrology, Pisces is ruled by Neptune. But just as important is the planet that finds its exaltation here, which is basically its highest, most spiritual expression. And for Pisces, that planet is Venus. These two energies are really working together to define the whole Piscean experience. Okay, so Neptune is the planet of dreams, spirituality, and even illusion. It dissolves boundaries and connects us to that formless, imaginative source of all creativity. Venus, on the other hand, is the planet of love and connection. But in Pisces, Venus is exalted, which means that earthly personal love gets elevated or transmuted into a higher form, this unconditional, selfless love for everyone. It's the shift from what do I want to what can I give? These are some really powerful themes, but they're not just abstract ideas. So the question becomes, how can we actually connect with this Piscean energy in our own lives? How do we chart our own connection to imagination, spirituality, and our deeper purpose? Well, one way is by tracking the movements of its ruling planet, Neptune. Following its cycle can seriously help you map out the periods of deep imagination and spiritual insight in your own life. Something like a Neptune forecast, for example, is designed to show you exactly when these themes are lighting up for you and how you can best work with them. And because Pisces represents the culmination of a journey, it naturally brings up that ultimate question of purpose. You know, understanding your own unique astrological chart can help answer that huge question. What would I be truly happy doing? That's exactly what something like a life path report is designed for, to point you toward a path where you can use your skills to be most useful, not just to yourself, but to the world. So, as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with this thought. If Pisces truly represents the end of one great journey and the beginning of a transition into something new, it asks a really powerful question of all of us. When you look at your own life, your own cycle, what are you transitioning towards?